Welcome again to Draw Through the Bible, and today we'll be studying the second great period of time in biblical history, and it'll be from the year 2000 from the year 2000 AD to 1500 AD approximately. And you'll notice at the top of page 27 in your student copy, you'll find a shaded area and then a bright area with number 2. And three major characters that we're going to study are Abraham, Jacob, and Joseph, the big family. So, to start out with here, we've got a picture of three people there at the beginning, and that's Abraham. Now, he's got stars around his head because God gave him a promise. We'll explain that later. And he's got a menorah for his beard. He was the first Jew. Key of faith by Abraham as well. We trace this legacy of faith through the bloodline, and it'll go from Adam all the way to Jesus. And to his right is Sarah, and her name is Sarai, and her name was changed to Sarah. She's got a big smile on her face, an open smile this time, and I will explain that later as well. And then to his left, your left, his right, Abraham's right, is Hagar. Put a pyramid under her. She came from Egypt. And by the way, Abram's name would be changed to Abraham. Abram means exalted father, and Abraham means father of multitudes. His name changed when that promise was given to him. By the way, Hebrew is really interesting. You can see the root of Abraham is Abba, which means father. And when you find an M at the end of a Hebrew word, im, or in this case, am, it's like an ES in English. And so it's a plural or a multiple of something. Interesting. Elohim is the name for God, and it's a plural word which gives hint to the Trinity. Abraham had one other wife that we're not that familiar with, Keturah, and we're not going to spend a lot of time with Keturah. I didn't put her picture here, but she was the mother of the Midians and 6 or 7 other smaller people groups. So, Abram and Hagar had a son named Ishmael and put some jealous eyes on him. He was 13 years old when the son of promise was born, and he was very jealous. Ishmael was jealous of Isaac, the one that came from Sarah and Abraham. Put a big smile on his face and a key of promise by him. He carried on the legacy of faith. And next to Isaac is a lamb, and we'll explain why he is designated by a lamb as well. Next to him is Rebekah, his wife, and put a camel by her. If you can draw a camel, you can see us drawing it here in front of you. Pretty simple. You might have a better drawing than that. And Isaac and Rebekah had twins. Esau on our left and Jacob on our right. We're not told too much about Esau's children, but Jacob we hear a lot about. He had 2 wives, Leah and Rachel, and they also had handmaidens that had children that were counted as if they were theirs. So from Leah and Rachel and their handmaidens, we get 12 sons and 1 daughter. Some of them are more famous than others. If you look at the bottom line with where there's 8 men and 1 woman, Levi, he's got a smile on his face. Below him came Moses, and you can put a little staff by him. He's one famous man that came from this line. And then Judah, put a key of faith by him. and also put a crown on his descendant, who was David. Let's see here. And then on the other side, it's interesting to note that the one box there points to Joseph. Put a pyramid below Joseph. Much of his history is related to Egypt. And Jacob had two grandsons through Joseph, Ephraim and Manasseh. And those grandsons were a double portion blessing to Joseph, and there were two tribes that got named after Ephraim and Manasseh, even though they were not children of Jacob, but grandsons of Jacob. With Rachel was called a very beautiful woman, so put some eyelashes, beautiful eyes with long eyelashes on Rachel. It should be noted that Ishmael and his wife had 12 sons, and God has great promises for Ishmael, but the line of faith followed through Isaac. So now we're going to study in more detail these very, very significant individuals in the history of the Bible and Israel.